No!
Nope, it's mine now.
Pick it up, hurry! He's coming! He's coming!
I got it. Don't worry. Where is he?
Up on the bridge.
Got him. This thing is so OP.
It's like you're the demo man from the camera there.
Thanks, mate.
I'm drunk. You don't
Oh,
have
he
an
stole our
excuse.
vehicle!
Whatever. I got a grenade launcher. What? Oh, here he comes. Fight me. Fight me. Get wrecked. This thing is balanced. Don't worry. Dice, please don't patch.
Hello guys, my name is TheRussianBadger, and allow me to start off by saying that I recognize we're in a unique situation right now. What I mean by that is, I recognize that some of you are going to be new, like I ain't never played no Battlefield game before, and also too, not all of you have played the closed beta yet, because you didn't pre-order Battlefield 4, you didn't have Battlefield 3 Premium, meow 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 meow. But allow me to say a few things before I get into anything else. Okay, number one, don't think this is an accurate visual representation of what Battlefield 4, like the final product, is going to be. I've had a lot of problems with my drivers and everything else. I don't necessarily have a bad computer, but in general, I've just been having some issues with frame rates and everything else, so I'm playing at 720p on really low settings. So don't think this is... Badger, why does this game look so pixelated, though? It's not an accurate representation from a graphical standpoint of what the final game is going to be. So don't get hung up on all the visual stuff. All right. And number two, don't worry. Just relax, bruv. Relax. All right. And what I mean by that specifically is it's not difficult. I've heard from a few of you that, oh man, the classes are so different and how am I ever going to... It's not going to be difficult. If you've ever played another first-person shooter, whether that's Turok or Call of Juarez, or maybe even Carnivores 2, you can easily pick this game up, and it's like riding a bike, alright? It's not difficult. If you've played another video game and have a brain stem that is capable of some kind of basic reflex movement, you will be just fine in Battlefield 4, I can guarantee you. However, I want to say that a few things have changed. What I mean specifically is that the classes are more specified, and I don't know if I want to say it that way. I probably should have said more specific, but I think that the roles of the specific classes have gotten a little bit narrower. I'll speak about that in subsequent videos. I wanted to focus on the Salt class just for this specific video because it's my favorite. It's my favy, alright? I can't even get... Yes, I'm calling it the Salt class, by the way, because it seems like everybody in the beta, if you use this class, you'll hear in the chat the saltiness of everybody, but... I'll teach you how to Dougie with the Salt class. It's not difficult, but I realize that, yet again, some of you are new and some of you have not played the Battlefield 4 beta yet, so I'll try to cater to those types of individuals. So, the Salt class. Number one, it is my favorite. Anytime that I use the Salt class, like I pick up an assault rifle, just that song starts going into my brain. Just, sugar pie, honey bun, sugar pie, you know that I love you, can't help myself. I love you and nobody else. I'm sorry I describe it that way, but I think that's the most accurate description that I could possibly give you. Sure, it's in the form of a song, but that's really how I feel about it. Now, number one, alright, it's not that different from Battlefield 3. Granted, there's a few minor changes, like for example, instead of being able to just, oh look, I'm on 64-player Metro, and I'm just gonna revive and rise and shine, revive and revive. You can't really do that anymore because it's now on an ammo count basis. So you can't exactly just revive 18 people in a row and become the hero of your entire squad and team and get the ace pin just purely through bringing electric paddles to people's chests. That's not exactly going to work out anymore. However, it's still the same thing of you can constantly throw out health and heal anybody that you want. And one other thing that I wanted to say, it's much more spammable now. It's not like, oh man, I can throw an ammo pack out like every 7 seconds or so. That's, I don't even know what where's that accent even from? But in the Battlefield 4 beta, you can spam. You'll probably see at some points in time. I can just spam out health packs. Just toss them out and toss them out and toss them out. It's almost like I'm throwing frisbee. So that's one change from Battlefield 3. Instead of having to throw out an ammo pack like every 10 seconds or so, maybe 8 seconds, you can just toss it out like it's candy. And all the kids, all the small children run around and it's such a joyous occasion when you throw out med packs for young children. For some reason. I don't know why specifically. However, nice one, Carl. That's always gonna work. The whole knifing procedure. I'll get into counter knives in a different video, but that's a whole other ordeal in it of itself. Another thing that I would like to say, and this is the perfect timing too, the assault class is very, very good from range in this game. You'll see that, yeah, most of the time it probably takes me a whole magazine. You're probably sitting back in your Corinthian leather chair saying, Badger, your accuracy sucks, alright? Let me show you how it's done, alright? Sure, I think a lot of you are probably more accurate than me. Look, little control bursts, that's what's going to work out. But look at that distance. I want to say if that flag is 63 meters away, he's got to be over, I want to say 85 to 90 meters away. And that's easy kills. Sure, okay, let's see how long this takes me. Alright, is this going to take me a whole magazine? About, I want to say 2/3 of a magazine. But still, the assault class is very, very deadly in terms of range. I think that the Scar-L might have a little bit of an advantage. I think the AK-12 is more of an all-around, multi-purpose. I look at it more of like an M16, like, oh, I can completely dunk you at close range. I can usually pick people off from, yeah, like I said, probably around 80 to 90 meters plus if I know how to control my recoil and I have the right grip attachment. And also, too, just in general, it's good for everything. It's a jack of all trades. That's what I would say the AK-12 is. The Scar-L is a little bit different simply because I have no magazine capacity. I'm reloading every 2 seconds like I'm babysitting bullets. It's kind of silliness, if you ask me. And here's what I'm talking about. See, you can just spam. You can just spam out med packs all day. Throw it out like it's candy so all the kids can rejoice. It's a definite feature of the game. You get to toss out med packs like they're candy. I really enjoy it. I don't know if you guys enjoy it, but I certainly do. And I think another thing that I would like to say is that the assault class is much more of an infantry-oriented class now because the engineer... Let me explain it to you this way. I think in Battlefield 4, sure, the engineer class wasn't perfect from range, but it's kind of like an assault class with an RPG. But I think now the engineer guns, the engineer weapons in general, they're very, very close range oriented. Like, they will absolutely shred you at close range, but if you're firing anywhere beyond like 40, 50 meters, you're going to take so many bullets to kill that guy. It's not even funny. So I think that makes the assault class much more versatile because there's no other class like it now in terms of you can't just be the engineer that snipes people with your M4A1 like I could in Battlefield 3. It's just not the same. But I still think, in terms of anything infantry, the assault class obviously reigns supreme. And if you're struggling in Battlefield 3, just because I still do realize and I want to recognize that not everybody is a seasoned veteran and some of you are new. If you're having a problem, like if you have an issue, here's a tissue, but it's not difficult just to use the assault class if you want to do well. I think it's probably the easiest class to use, the most effective, the most versatile in these sort of little urban environments. Like around D-Flag, you'll probably notice that most of my little excursions, I really do enjoy hanging around the top of the skyscraper and this little shopping center. I don't really read Chinese very well, and by very well, I mean at all. I don't really read Chinese at all, but I can probably tell you with great confidence that it is, and tossing out more candy, I can probably tell you with great confidence that it is still a shopping center. And yet again, that guy is barely a dot on my screen. The only reason that I can still see him is because he's spotted. He's got a Dorito over his head, but look at how effective it is. Just those little short bursts, and you can still get those kills. So I'm very, very satisfied with what they've done with the assault class, and I want to thank you guys very much for watching. I'll have another video in terms of the engineer class, support class, recon class, etc. in terms of what the major changes are and what that means specifically for the balancing of the different classes and their specific roles in the battlefield. So I want to thank you guys very much for watching. I will see you guys next time. Auf Wiedersehen und bis bald. For your bonus clip, I basically crash a party of 2. So you know when you go up to that what's her name? Oh, hostess. Yeah, you go up to the hostess and she's like, party of 2? And then you correct her. It's like, party of 3, girl. Mark it down right now with your ballpoint pen. So that's the way that I would describe this final clip. But I want to thank you guys very much for watching. I will see you guys next time. Auf Wiedersehen und bis bald und later.